Hi, Robert Bosch College. I'm Claire Hayes. I am an alum. I graduated in 2016, and I'm also from the United States. So I wanted to make this video just to give one perspective of someone who didn't go to university after graduating UWC. Basically, I just went directly into the workforce. So I did want to mention that I did apply to colleges while I was at UWC, but I either got waitlisted or rejected from all of them. So I just ended up going home and working. I also want to mention I understand this advice is probably only relevant if you're able to go back to your home country safely, or if you're able to get a work visa in a country that's safe, but still, one perspective. Okay, crash course for the last few years since I graduated UWC. For one reason or another, I didn't stay with family. So I am from a rural area in Texas, and basically there's no other UWC alumni that come from here. I think the closest alumni I'm aware of are 8 hours away in Oklahoma. So I came back and I reconnected with a friend that let me stay on her couch while I started working, basically. The first job that I got when I came back was working as a prep cook in the back of a fast food restaurant, and and I was really bad at it. After that, I'm gonna fast forward through a bunch of stuff, but I worked every job. I worked in retail, I've been a waitress, a bartender, anyway, and I worked in a nursery, and basically now I'm a full-time nanny for a family, and I love it. And I also help out at a local preschool, and then on the weekends I'm a bartender and a dancer. So I like to have multiple streams of income just because I think it's a financially safe thing to do, but also just because I'm a workaholic. Anyway, so the town that I live in, the area that I live in is mostly agricultural. So most people do not have college degrees here. I think it's something like 1 in 5 adults have a university degree. And so through that, I've met a lot of people that are not formally educated, but they're still very happy and fulfilled with their careers. I know a lot of people who they work in the food service industry, or you can be a baker, a hairstylist. What am I saying? One of my best friends, you could be a full-time caregiver like I am. One of my best friends is a brick mason, so he bricks houses. And honestly, he's very talented, he's very fulfilled in his job, and he makes a lot of money. Anyway, so basically what I'm trying to say is that you don't have to be educated to be informed. And I know that sounds really obvious, but I think that when you're at UWC and you're surrounded by people that are very exceptional, your co-years are all very exceptional, your teachers are very exceptional, and a lot of your co-years are going to have very exciting opportunities waiting for them after graduation. And I just don't want you to ever think that I don't want you to think that just because the scholarship was wasted on you, just because you don't end up working for the United Nations or something. Because you can still use your UWC values in everyday life. You use your UWC values just generally in the way that you treat people that are different than you. You use them in the way that you vote, and in the way that you choose to consume things, the type of products that you buy, And so one of the things that I kind of took away from it is that I'm still vegetarian even after graduation, and I live in Texas where literally no one is a vegetarian. But that's just a value that I learned was important while I was at that school. Anyway, I was going to mention something else. Oh, so an obstacle you might come across is that after I graduated, this January I tried to apply to a local community college because I want to learn Spanish, so I wanted to take a Spanish class, and my community college didn't know what to do with my UWC. They just told me I needed proof of graduation, and then on top of that my SAT scores had expired, so basically I'm going to have to take a placement test to be able to attend, which in next semester, which will be fine. that's just something you might come across. And obviously, like, there's always time to go back to college, and like there's people who go back to college in like their 40s, and they start their degree while they're in their 40s, and so there's plenty of time. But I feel like you need to hear that. I don't know. In conclusion, I'm sorry I'm rambling. In conclusion, basically, if you don't do what I did, and you do plan ahead, and you do have like support from your friends and family, you can enter the workforce very easily after UWC. You know, and it really doesn't matter where you end up. It doesn't matter what city or town you end up in, because I found like-minded, loving people out here in middle of nowhere America. And so, good luck. And I love you guys, and shout out to Lawrence and Christian and Helen, who are still running things up there. Bye, y'all.